leper houses and a little bit of history, and it kind of feels a little bit frozen in time from, I guess, originally 1880s, right? But then they would have built most of this in the... Okay, we're in this little, well, you'll see, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of, this is some mountains in Walkabout, factories over there, airport over there, and you can't really tell right now how cool this is going to be, but you're going to see it over there, and we're going to be up there in right now. Are we there yet? Sort of. We're going to be up there. You'll see, you'll see. This is part of the street. A lot of cars lined up right now. And we just started there, but we're gonna get a little bit further up. Okay. Here we are. So this is what we're gonna explore today. We're gonna check out all these this little thing. It's called Our Lady of Cajo. So they got these little houses, and they're connected to the old previous leper colony. So stay tuned. We're gonna take a look at this whole little area. $20.24. Let's check out Macau. Come on. Okay, so there's a handful of these. I'm just going to take a look at some of them real quick. Hold on to Hope Project. So it looks like you can actually get something to eat, egg tarts. You can actually sit outside. And we're coming up next to a mountain as well, part of Walkabout. So let's just kind of take a look and see what we got around here. It's another one. Okay, so we got at least, we'll see, but this is number 1. And this starts up at a cafe. So let's go down to number 2. So that's the first one. It's a cafe. You can actually eat in that spot. And I think they have different themes. And here's the, this is what it says about it. Okay, well, they're known as leprosy. Hansen's disease is one of the earliest contagious diseases in history. Both Western and Chinese, and it was stigmatized. So this is where they were isolated at in Macau. So this would have been a leper colony. And I think we're gonna get more information about it, but it recently opened up to the public. Maybe now it's been a few years, but I came 10 years ago and it was closed. Here's more. Okay. Leprosy, incurable disease, 80s, recovered patients, gradually reintegrated and started to work in society. Elderly moved to Cajo nursing home. The old nursing home is that blue building right on the other side of that. So that's the one that we saw when we came in. So we're going to check out more around here. There's actually a trail that goes up that way, and it kind of goes to like you can basically overlook parts of the city. You can see the airplanes coming in, such like that. But we're just gonna check out the leper colony. So this was house number 2. So yeah, you can see this right here, right? So Pharaoh, I think that's lighthouse. So that's the Cajo lighthouse is up that way. So we got 2 buildings so far. This is number 3. Let's see here real quick. That's 3. That's 2. It's open. Let me just see what's in these. Exhibition is one of them. Okay, let's just go on in. Looks like they're connected. Yeah. Huh. This says 2021. It was drawn. A little bit of flickering while I'm inside, but once I step out, that'll be gone. So this one is a permanent exhibition. So that's number 2. So all of them you can sit outside. And so yeah, this is the previous leper colony. Up there is a lighthouse, and I might do the lighthouse another day. And this is called our senior village. Our Lady, Nossa Senhora is like our lady, our woman. Let me see, charity permanent art exhibition. This is number 3. So it looks like most of these have okay. There you go. ARTM. So for the most part, what's that? Xinjiang. So that's an island outside of, I guess you can see it right there. Don't know where that is. Have to look that up. But it has a beautiful temple. I think that's like, I thought it sounds like it's something like in Hunan or something like that, but it should be like an island outside of here, right? Because most things are related to what's around here. Okay, this one is for kids. So that's number 4. So the other 3 have art exhibitions. This one is for kids to create drawing. And I think it says do it yourself, which means that they could probably pay a little bit of money, probably. And they could have access to some art supplies and do some drawing, maybe even with a teacher, possibly. Okay, let's go to the corner one. I think there's another one around the corner, but let's see what this is too. The Village of Our Lady of Caho. Okay. Oh, Village of Our Lady in Caho. Of Caho. So this one looks like more of a history one. So we come in right away. We got a video. The flickering. It's on the video. Okay. Got a Portuguese priest constructing the village. Oh no. Okay. This is this is like 1966. Oh, that might be building the hospital where they, okay, here we go. Village of Our Lady, remaining leper colony, 1885, okay. 1930s, they expanded to 5 residential houses and a chapel. So we should see a chapel in a minute as well. Okay, Italian priest. Okay, so he ran it, so that was an Italian priest that we saw. I guess this is maybe him right there. Well, that's his father, Paulo Jose Tavares, so maybe that one is Portuguese. And Timmermans, huh. There's a professor at the University of Macau with the name Timmermans. I don't know if it would be related at all. Never know. Yeah, probably not, but it's not a very common name. Okay, so there's some nuns. Okay, let's just look at these ones as well. Okay, so this is the Italian Padre Nicosia. I would imagine that's the Brother Manuel Camania. Okay, so this one has more information. And I think this one is a sample one. So they would have stayed 4 people to a room. So I guess is that right? So you'd have like 4 leper patients in here, then a kitchen table, and then I think that would go to the back, most likely. So each person would get a small desk and a hard bed. But I think you would basically just sleep there probably, and then most of the time you would be out here, I would imagine. And then it looks like there was a door that I saw. The door comes right there. Okay. So there's some doors. So the rooms look small, but I would imagine they would basically just sleep there. So yeah, so there's 2 doors basically. So they would basically just come in here, sleep most likely, and then they'd hang out in the balcony. So the balcony would probably be more like the living room. So okay. Oh, that's the chapel down there. So we're gonna go to the chapel as well. Then you got this guy. Okay. Got this nice little plaza, so I would assume that most of them would just be sleep in those beds, wake up, and then just be outside, probably. Recreation room, okay. Formerly a chapel with a bell tower. Okay, so they must have had this first, and then this turned into a recreational room, so they could come out here and hang out. So originally a chapel. Beautiful tree right there. Okay, Father Gaetano Nicosia, so I guess that's the Italian, provided service. Okay, so he'd come out here as a priest. Village of Our Lady. So originally it was Village of Our Lady of Cajo, but then it became Village of Our Lady. Okay, born in Italy. Yep, okay, so he's Italian. Preached in China. Okay. Man of altruistic merit. Passed away at 102 years old. Okay. So let's take a look in this one. Entry. So, okay, let's see. So this would have been the chapel part, and then it turned into a recreational area. Okay, so the priest would have performed up here. Very 1960s feel, isn't it? So this, I guess, is the chapel originally before it turned into the recreational center. Huh. So that's interesting. So this used to just come right up to the chapel. We'll see if we can see those stairs when we go back out again. Okay, so this is the leper house of Cajo. Okay, okay. 1930, constructed in 1930. Gazeto Macani Sala, so it became the recreational room in 1966. So originally it would have been the chapel, and then they must have built that other chapel later. Let's see this room. Oh, okay, that door came open. It's nice how they put these photographs permanently as wallpaper. Here's Kolowan. So Kolowan used to be an island. So so it used to be Macau, Taipa, but now they built all the casinos and they reclaimed all the land. So this is all one giant island now. But historically, Kolowan would have been a separate island. So when they put the leper colony, it was been far removed from Macau. Then this is Hengqin Island, which is now combined as well. And then we could go out the back door, but let's do that. I kind of want to go back in because there's another part that we didn't see yet. Introduction. Leprosy discovered by Norwegian in 1873. I thought leprosy was back to Jesus' time. Or they discovered the bacteria. Okay, discovered the bacteria. Okay, got it, I got it. 1568. Bishop, that name sounds familiar. Oh, it's St. Lazarus, okay. I think there's a street over by St. Lazarus Quarter. So then the House of Mercy was the oldest institution in Macau. That's over at Senhora Square, and then they also had a hospital at St. Lazarus. Okay. Oh, Hengqin used to be João, Dom João, Dr. John the King of Portugal, long time ago. So I guess that island used to have a Portuguese name, and now it's João Hengqin. João, okay, John, interesting. So, okay, let's see. So this is the Italian father. He lived here with the leprosy patients. Okay, so very interesting. They got some documentation here as well. So let's go see the St. Lazarus Church is right here too. So let's go out and see the chapel. So it looks like, I think we saw that one picture where there was stairs that led down to the street down below. That would have been here. Huh, okay. So now it just goes all the way down here, but then it looks like they blocked that. I wonder if there would be a shrine there. So, and then it looks like this goes down to the street down below. Got some beautiful banyan trees. This one looks like it's probably been here. I'm gonna guess like 300 years. Like well before this became a leper colony. Okay, so we're gonna check out the last thing, which is the chapel. And our video is getting kind of long, so we'll try to do it quickly. Mary. So that's basically that we came down that way. I'm gonna kind of go around this way a little bit because I kind of want to see what's over here. It's like factory stuff. Okay, so let's go back. I forgot to show this one. So there's a statue of Mother Mary right there. There's also Jesus on a crucifix. I like the Mother Mary because there's also Guanyin, the local, kind of has a similar role. They're like intermediaries to the higher realms. And now we're inside the chapel. Let me just kind of highlight. You got the typical Stations of the Cross. If you're Catholic, that there's 12 of them. They represent 12 is a common theme in Catholicism. So you got 12 Stations of the Cross, and then you got 12 disciples, got 12 months out of the year, the Gregorian calendar. They didn't want to have 13, even though 13 would be 28, 13 28-day months would make sense numerically. But everything is 12, right? So you got 12 Stations of the Cross, 12. Let me just see, let's get into some. So there's Mother Mary and Jesus. You got more Stations of the Cross. You have some missionaries. You have the piano. This is really nice. Kind of aging chair. Okay. Oh wow. That looks like it's like Chinese, so it's like maybe it looks almost like Guanyin with a baby. Like it's symbolic. It looks like it could be go either way, right? Like it's kind of that Mother Mary figure, but also a Guanyin figure, which is the Chinese goddess of this region of fishermen, Mazu as well. Yeah, really, really interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit further. We're just gonna see what's around the corner. Looks like we got a bathroom sign, and I want to see what this sign says too. Church of Our Lady of Sorrows. First church designed in Macau according to a new concept of religious architecture introduced in the Second Vatican Council. Okay. What year is this? 1966, okay. Resembles a tent set up on the hillside of Cajo. Ossio Acansi, that sounds like Italian. Okay, makes sense. Italian, okay. Rome, Catholic Roman, okay. Bronze church bell. So that was the style at that time, 1960s. It kind of makes sense. It does kind of feel that way. Wow. That looks pretty cool. Okay, we need to go around the side. Oh, this is in Latin, so this is all in, looks like that's Latin. If it's not Latin, correct me. But yeah, they would have put stuff. I grew up Catholic, so yeah, all the prayers used to be in Latin, and the priests used to speak in Latin, like around 1960s. So that would probably be written in Latin. But at that time, priests had to study Latin in 1950s, and then probably up into the 60s as well. Okay, so we're gonna just our video is kind of long. I apologize for that, but there's a lot to see right here, so we're gonna wrap it up as soon as we can. But we're coming across some factories on the other side, so you can see all of that. And we're just gonna go back around, and then we'll try to give you some conclusion for it. So stay with me a little bit longer. Looks like we're walking into a garden, so so there you go. This is Our Lady of Cajo Village. And it's way out in Koloan. And for the sake of not having this too long, there's a shrine. Gotta go up to the shrine. And then I think that'll be the last one. But you can see that it's all right here. Okay, so that was interesting. Inside the shrine there was a lot of seashells. So the seashells, I think that's a lot of stuff that they used to build here a long time ago had seashells anyways, and that was built into the grotto. And then you had Mary and you had some active rosaries, and that was probably a Filipina that was praying, probably, because there's a lot of Filipinos that live in Macau and they would be very strong Catholics. So, okay. And right now it's January 13, 14, mid-January right now, so we still have some Christmas decorations. And on that note, we're going to end our video. So now you got to see the leper houses and a little bit of history, and it kind of feels a little bit frozen in time from, I guess, originally 1880s, right? But then they would have built most of this in the 1960s and 50s. Okay, so this just kind of talks about 1929. They expanded 5 pavilions and a chapel in the architectural style in 1930. Okay. So maybe originally it was designated in the 1880s, but then I guess it would have been more like 1929, 1930 that they would have built more of these. And it looks like they had that little chapel first, and later they built the bigger chapel. So we are going to just want to go up to this one before we conclude. Okay, so let's just try to understand this a little better. Okay, the patients were transferred to Hengqin Island. Oh, okay, so 1883, and then they had male and female, 1885. So this would have been the female one, and then the other one, which was Joao Island, named after, in Chinese, is Xiao, Joao. And then they also had Joao, the Portuguese John, as well. So, okay. So this would have originally been the female island in the 1880s, and then the other island had the male leprosies in the 1880s, 1890s, and then I guess in the 1929 they started building these, and then the chapel was built 1960s, the bigger chapel, after the style in the 1960s. So so there you go. A lot of history, kind of learning as we're exploring it ourselves. And then yeah, if you go up there, there's actually a lighthouse, but our video is way too long already, so we are going to end this one, and hope you found it interesting, something a little bit different about Macau, the old former leper colony. And we came in there, and we're gonna end it right here too. 2024. Let's check out Macau. Come on.